Colombia!
Woo! We flew into Cartagena and our friend Camilo picked us up from the airport.
And the reason it's called Big Mouth is because right here, yeah, look at that, Cartagena.
Cartagena is so unique because it has a walled city, which was originally built to protect the city from pirate attacks. The architecture outside of the walled city is modern with skyscrapers, but my favorite thing to do was explore inside of it. When you step inside, a beautiful, colorful world emerges. The city comes alive at night. There are so many people out eating and just hanging out. One of my favorite things about being there in December is seeing all the amazing Christmas lights. And it's really hard to run out of things to do inside the walled city because there's always people performing on the street. Singing and dancing is common everywhere you turn. The restaurants inside the walled city are so nice. A number of them had live music and the food costs between $6 to $12. You can also find so many street food vendors with delicious food. I was amazed because we never got sick eating any of it. Traditional Colombian breakfast. The food was so good. We had arepas, empanadas, chorizo, tried so many things. What did you just get, Camilo? It's almost gone.
It's almost gone.
Arepa?
Arepa.
Yes, it was so good. Fun. Hey, get your street food in here. Chorizo. Can't get better than here, though. Another nice neighborhood to visit is Gethsemani. It is outside the walled city, but within walking distance. It's so fun to just walk and admire all the bright colors, the flowers and artwork everywhere. You could spend hours doing this. I actually had one of my favorite meals in Getsemani. It was fish soup. It only cost us $2.50. So delicious. Authentic Colombian meal. Yum. With, what is this juice called?
Tomate árbol.
It was so good that we devoured it. One of the biggest attractions in Cartagena is San Felipe Fort. It was built in the 1600s. There's even underground tunnels you can walk through. San Felipe Fort. You cannot leave Cartagena without going to a beach. The Isle of Baru is about an hour drive from the city. I would highly recommend it. It has beautiful, crystal clear beaches. From Cartagena, we headed to Barranquilla, which is about a 2.5 hour to maybe 3 hour drive. This is where our friend Camilo is from, and he wanted to show us where he grew up. Our first stop was Aleta del Tiburon. The shark fin is the mascot for Barranquilla's soccer team. We are at Boca de Cineza. Cineza. This is where the sea and the river meet. So it's brown on one side and then blue on the other side. In order to see where they exactly meet, you have to take a moped ride for $5. It is a very bumpy ride, so you have to hold on. If you look closely at this video, you'll see that on one side, it's calm. And then there are waves crashing on the other side. Then you have to get off and walk for a little bit over rocks to get to that point where they meet. To be honest, the water looked brown to me. It could have just been the time of the year. However, this was still a really neat experience. For lunch, we had fresh caught fish. They'll bring it out to you and explain what kind of fish they serve. We're at the window to the world in Baranquilla. On the road to Santa Marta. I was amazed by the biodiversity of Colombia. On our drive, we saw lots of cacti, and then as we got closer to Tayorna Park, that area, everything is so lush with banana trees, coconut, and other types of fruit trees. It's just so beautiful and scenic. We spent the last few days of our trip at this hostel. It's called Viajero Tayrona. It was just so nice and peaceful and just relaxing to be able to kind of end our trip here. Wow, that's amazing. We wanted to come to Santa Marta because they have a famous national park. We are at Tayrona Park. This park is in a coastal mountain range, and there are a number of trails you can do either by walking or on horseback. Each trail ends at a beach.
Where's our guide?
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't know if I'm confident in riding by myself.
A 45-minute horse ride cost us about $15, which is a great deal. We had a guide, and sometimes he would command our horses to gallop. We were not expecting that, but it was still fun. We're at the beach with our coconut water. It's so beautiful. We decided to walk for the rest of the hike to get to our final destination, which were the beaches at Cabo San Juan. We stopped for souvenirs before we headed back to the States.
They're so colorful, all the markets here.
We are leaving Colombia today. It was a great trip, wasn't it, Christine?
It was.
I'm telling you, gosh, I mean, you can tell that we had a good time because of our tan. We got really tan. It was so amazing, so peaceful, relaxing. 7 days, a whole week in Colombia, in Barranquilla, Cartagena, and Santa Marta. Adios, Colombia.